Students and viewers, welcome to Shubhkaamna Academy's educational YouTube channel. Today I am Riyanshi Sanjay Shete and we are starting an exciting journey into the world of biology. This is lecture 1 of the chapter of Foundations of Biology, specially made for the class 6th, 7th and 8th class students. So grab your notebook and let's dive in. So first chapter is Foundation of Biology. In this we are going to learn those subtopics, that is the diversity in living world. Second is the taxonomy and the classification, basic characteristics of living organisms, and the levels of biological organization. We will go through this video and let's learn all those things in detail. So first, before going ahead, we will learn what is first biology. If we are going to talk about biology, biology is the science of life that explores everything from tiny cells to giant whales. So every human being has the uh, DNA, and they come from the chromosome, and chromosome comes from the nucleus, and nucleus comes from the cell. Basically, we can say that every organisms have a tiny cells. We will learn in this the organizational level of human living beings. So in that we can say that first the cell, then after cell we will say the tissue, then tissue convert in the nucleus, nucleus into chromosome, and chromosome into DNA. In every living organisms, DNA is different. It varies. So what is DNA? DNA is the blueprint of life. That all living things are made up of cells. Cells contains DNA, the genetic code that determines the traits. That is DNA is passed from parents to offspring. That it is passed from parents to offspring, and it is DNA is vary. It is different from person to person. So coming towards the next, that is the what is diversity in living world. If we will talk about what is diversity in living world, so first we know that our Earth is a home to millions of living organisms, where it consists of animals, plants, fungi, bacteria, and many more. So all these are varieties. So this all variety is called as biodiversity. Now, what is meant by biodiversity? Bio means life. Diversity means variety, means different kinds. So animals, plants, fungi, bacteria, and many more. These are the different kinds of living organisms which is available, which is in our life. Bio means life, means they are living organisms. So therefore it is called as biodiversity. We can say that each organism has its own shape, its own size, its color, its habitat, and its own way of life. Like we can say that if we can take example of human beings has its particular shape, it has particular size, and if we compare it with the animals have their different shape and their different size, color. Habitat means where do they live. Means like aquatic animals live in water, it's like their habitat. Animals live on the land, it's their habitat. So like this, every organism has its own unique features, their shape, their size. Now, if we will talk about why biodiversity is important. These are here I mentioned about 3 points. You can go through it, which is easy, and you can write in your exams also. It is like general. You can write by your own if you will get to understand why biodiversity is important. It helps to maintain balance in nature. It provides us food, medicine, oxygen, and clothing. Every organism plays a role in the ecosystem. So these are the 3 points I have mentioned here. If you want, you can explore again through the various sites on the Google. Okay. So here example is I have given bees help in pollination of flowers. Plants give us oxygen and food. Bacteria help decompose waste. Okay, let me clear one thing. There is a biodiversity, but this biodiversity is dependent on each other, which is called a food chain. Okay, here I have shown one picture. In that image, there is food chain. Like there is a grass. From grass, it is a producer. From that, it is a grasshopper. Grasshopper eats the grass. Then frog eats the grasshopper. Then tertiary consumer is snake. Snake eats the frog. Frog again it's aquatic also, and it lives on land also. Then eagle. Then eagle eats a snake. Eagle lives in the air. Okay. Then eagle eats the fungi, which is a decomposer, and fungi is again in the grass. So it's basically all the biodiversity animals. We can say animals, plants, everything, different kinds of living beings. They are all dependent on each other. Means they are following one food chain for each other. For survival of each animal, they are dependent on another animal. So this is a food chain. So for this, we can say that biodiversity is important. While explaining the biodiversity in exam, you can mention this image and you can explain this food chain image. Now we can see the examples of diversity like animals in animals like lion, fish, insects, birds, plants. There is a lot of plants you can write. There are many plants you can write. Not only plants, animals, microorganisms, fungi, and plants. You can write by your own. I have here written two to three. In microorganisms, bacteria, amoeba, in fungi, mushroom, bread mold. Okay. Now, now where do living organisms live? I told you before this what is habitat. Habitat means where that organisms live. Here I have given aquatic. Aquatic means where lives in water like fish, dolphin. Terrestrial means which lives on land. That is lion, camel. Aerial means which lives in air or trees. That is eagle, parrot. Then deserts like cactus and camel. And in cold places like polar bear and penguin. So these are the habitats. Now there are so many animals, plants, variety of biodiversity is there we can say. So now how if we will going to if we want to study, so there is how we can study for a particular animal. It is very difficult for us to remember all those things for a particular animal, plants or anything. So science has been developed like that. They have classified based on their characteristics, based on their cells. There are some basic characteristics on that it is divided and it is classified. So it makes the study for each animal easy. So here it is taxonomy and classification basically about that only. What is taxonomy? Taxonomy is the science of naming, describing, and grouping living organisms. It is like taxonomy means we are giving the name for that particular group of organisms. Now, what is that group of organisms? We can divide that group of organisms based on particular characteristics. Like on land, people's animals like reptiles, lions, monkeys, we can group like this. And for the aquatic animals, like dolphins, fish, so we are grouping this. So that is basically taxonomy. Here, like I have mentioned one example, like just like we put clothes in different drawers, like shirt, pants, and socks. Scientists put similar organisms into groups. Simple example, like in a almara, we put shirts on the shirt side, we put pants on the pant side, we put socks on the sock side. Similarly, scientists had a differentiated organism basis on that part only. Uh, See, then it helps to study the huge variety of life easily. I just mentioned you. Taxonomy is the this is the definition you can mention in the exam. That is, taxonomy is the science dealing with the description, identification, naming, and classification of organisms. Now, what is classification? Classification is a grouping of organisms based on particular characters as and is not arranged in the hierarchical order. Example, I can give classification like fish and birds are very different, so they are in different groups. Like dog and wolf have similar features, so they are in the same group. Now you can say that fish is aquatic animal, birds are in the air. Yes, they are different, so they are in the different groups. Like this, they are classified. And the dog and wolf, they have the similar features, therefore they are in the same group. So that is classification. Classification means grouping of organisms based on their particular characters, which is means they are not classified on the basis of any hierarchical order. Now, what is meant by hierarchical order? We will study in them in the coming video. So like that, classification means sorting living things into groups based on the similar features. It helps in identifying organisms and understanding how they are related. It helps. Why it helps? It helps in, like, if we are classifying the organisms in one group, so it helps us to analyze how they are similar to each other, why we are putting those organisms in one group. Okay, so this is about taxonomy and the classification. Now the history of taxonomy. Here we will go through some little bit of history of taxonomy. Like, first thing you should keep remember that it should be on your tips of fingers. Who is the father of taxonomy? Your name, that his name should be on your finger of tips. That is like Carolus Linnaeus. He is known as a father of taxonomy, and he have given two most important contributions in the taxonomy. That is the hierarchical classification system and the system of binomial nomenclature. Okay, you keep remember this. He proposed that there were three broad groups, that is called kingdoms, into which the whole of nature could fit, and these kingdoms were animals, plants, and minerals. Okay, now binomial nomenclature means nomenclature means we are keeping the name for that particular group. Now binomial means two. So he has given binomial nomenclature like that. Their name consists of two words. Okay, two words. First word is the genus and second is the species. Species means to which species that particular organism, that living being is belong. And first word is genus. So like human name, like in binomial nomenclature, is Homo sapiens. Homo here is the genus and followed by sapiens is the species. Okay, like mango. Mango, the binomial nomenclature name is like Magnifera indica. Magnifera is the genus and indica is species. Like this, there are many binomial nomenclature name. You should keep remember 5 to 6 names, which is important. Okay, now here it is the given the hierarchical order. Hierarchical order, I'm telling you this, like first is kingdom, then phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. According to this is the hierarchical order. I will give an example for this hierarchical order. First, first I will give the example of human. Now for human, kingdom is Animalia and its phylum is Chordata. Class is Mammalia. Order is primates. Family is Hominidae. Genus is Homo and species is Sapiens. So this is a particularly binomial nomenclature comes from this genus and species. But this is the classification we have seen, which is a hierarchical classification of the Homo sapiens. Like this, you can give them hierarchical classification of Magnifera indica, that is of mango. So here I have given one example of human classification for the hierarchical classification. So in that, in with this example of Homo sapiens, you can explain the human classification of the hierarchical classification of Homo sapiens. Okay, now kingdom classification. The kingdom classification is again given by the Carolus Linnaeus, which is divided into kingdom Plantae and the kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Plantae, in kingdom Plantae plants, and in kingdom Animalia animals. So based on the some characteristics, it is divided. Means it has been characterized. First based on the cell wall, then locomotion, mode of nutrition, response to external stimuli. So cell wall, it is present in plants, but it is absent in animal. Then locomotion, it is absent in plants, it is present in animals. Locomotion means moving from one place to another place. And then is the mode of nutrition. It is in plants they do not eat, in animals they eat. Response to the external stimuli, it is absent, but it is present in some plants, like touch me not plant, you can say that. And in animals, obviously, it is present. Then in contractile system, it is absent in plants, but it is present in animals. Okay, this is the sum of the characteristics which can define the kingdom Animalia and kingdom Plantae. Now, as the science has evolved, then it is come to know that apart from the two kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia, again one kingdom is came to know, that is a protista. It's a unicellular algae. Unicellular means there is only one cell present in the organism. Plantae, multicellular means there are more than one cell. Animalia, again more than one cells. Okay, so these are the three kingdoms when the cells has been evolved, and again one kingdom we come to know, one organism we come to know. So on that basis, we have divided the kingdom on basis of that, on the basis of cells, means unicellularity and the multicellularity. Okay, now the again kingdom of classification based on the eukaryotes and the prokaryotes. Eukaryotes and prokaryotes. Eukaryotes and prokaryotes means without a distinct nucleus. Eukaryotes means with a distinct nucleus in that organism, inside the cell. There is a distinct nucleus that is eukaryotes, and there is not a distinct nucleus that is prokaryotes. On the basis of that, it is again divided. So organism like prokaryotes, in prokaryotes only monera. In eukaryotes, again we have seen nucleus is present. So it is again unicellular and multicellular. In unicellular, we have seen that protista. In multicellular, there is again cell wall, without cell wall. With cell wall means plants. Without cell wall means animal. With cell wall, again non-green and do not perform photosynthesis, that is fungi. Fungi has come um, after study of all those things. That's why it is classified another in another phylum. Okay, and then green and performs photosynthesis, that is planting, means plants. So there are particularly five kingdoms, like five phylums like Monera, Protista, Animalia, Plantae, and fungi. These are the I have classified and differentiated so that it will be easy for you to learn and to keep it remember. Here are the some basic characteristics I have kept for the kingdoms Monera, Protista, fungi, plant, and animal, and those are the some characteristics. So you can read and you can easily remember it. And those are the I have given the example for those like Monera. Example of Monera is bacteria. For Protista, amoeba. For fungi, mushroom. For plantain, mango tree. For animal, lion and human. So and the cell ring. So that you can easily keep remember with the example like Monera. Monera means single cell. Yes. Protista is amoeba. It is also single cell. Fungi, multicell. Plantain, multicell, and animal, multicell. Now we will come to another subtopic like basic characteristics of living organisms. Now, what are the basic characteristics of living organisms? Here are the some basic characteristics like growth, movement, respiration, nutrition, excretion, reproduction, response to stimuli, lifespan, and death. Growth means um, increasing the height. Means it's like a tree. If we can see that if we are planting a tree, its growth is increasing. That is growth. You can understand. You can explain it's by like movement means from moving from one place to another place. Dog, here I have given the example of dog running, means running of dog. Respiration means breathing, human breathing. Nutrition means making the food, plant making the food, that is a nutrition. Excretion means sweating. Reproduction means producing the their little ones, like here hen laying the eggs for the chicken. Then response to stimuli, touch may not plant folding. Okay. Then lifespan and death. That is a very famous again example for lifespan and death. That is a butterfly life cycle. So you can add these basic characteristics and you can explain with those examples and you can explain in your exam. Now the levels of biological organization. Just now I explained for the first slide that there is this cells. Then cells it is converted into the bundle of tissues. From the tissues, organ is made. From the organ system is made, and from the organ system, body is made. Cell is a tiny little dot, like you can see. Okay, tissue. It is a bundle of cells. There is a many cells. Sorry, so it become a tissues. From a various tissues, it become an organ. There are various organs in our body like liver, stomach, pancreas, heart, lungs. Okay, from all those different types of organ, our organ system makes, and from that organ system, human body is made. So this is a biological organization. What we have talked in that, that is there is a chromosome, DNA, nucleus, all those things are inside the cells. If we will study inside those cells anatomy, in there we will see about the DNA, nucleus, chromosome. And here it is level, and I have described in a very easy language, so you will keep remember easily with the headers. Cell is the basic unit of life. Without cell, human body cannot be made. Example: amoeba, blood cell, white cells. Tissue, group of similar cells. Again, muscle tissue, xylem, phloem also in plants. Organ, group of tissues. Heart, leaf, just now I explain. Organ system is group of organs. Digestive system, root system. Organism, complete living thing, that is human, plant, dog, anything. Okay, so this is for the first chapter, that is foundation of biology. I hope you get cleared about those things. uh, if you like the video, please like, share and comment. And we will meet in the next lecture with this another topic of biology. Thank you.